EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Motion left, Smith. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. Here's Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Tigers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
They go play action with Hurts. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brown goes in motion left. First down, and they go with Swift again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On second down, Swift. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Now Richardson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Play action. Now Richardson.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An audible here to get a new look. Richardson on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
These two teams all tied after one. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Hurts changing up the play. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. 2nd and 9. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles 1st down as he's across midfield to the 48. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3. Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
And now an audible here into something else.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Richardson working from the gun.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Richardson has to get them to the line in a hurry now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
19 Tigers, 19 Tigers. 19 Tigers, 19 Tigers.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Tigers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down, here's Richardson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to speed things up here. Richardson going to move him around. Here's Richardson from the gun on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try and go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Richardson's throw here complete to Kelsey. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Richardson looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And on now is the punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I never return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now they'll change things up. 2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And Hurts going to move him around. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got Smith here. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Now they'll audible to something else. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
First and 10. Richardson looks to throw it.
Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Tigers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And now they're in the hurry-up. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line. In motion left goes Smith. On first down, Hurts. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18.
Richardson to the air on first down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Trap 60, trap 60.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Richardson going to change the play here. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll shift things around. Richardson now on second down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Check, man. Come 19. Come 19.
Going for it on fourth, Richardson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Second down, here's Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Hurts.
And that will be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it.
And that'll be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Richardson now on third and goal.
This is caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin from 6 yards away.
And the Tigers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And quickly, they get to the line. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
First down, Eagles.
They'll run right here with Swift. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. A handoff, Swift running to the left. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. An audible here to get a new look. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Tight, 19 tight. Pat the street, pat the street. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this.
Taking it right down Broadway. Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
Slings this deep from McLaurin.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game. So defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Brooklyn, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.